So here's the thing. 6 months ago, I uploaded a video called I Compared Tax Returns in 5 Countries. It took me 3 days to research, 8 hours to write, and about 4 hours to edit. And do you want to know what it got me? 21 views. 21. That's not a flex. That's a funeral. And it wasn't just that video. It was every video I made on this channel for the first 9 uploads. 9 videos, 188 total views, 11 subscribers. And then I stopped. I looked at the analytics, I looked at the time I was spending, and I thought, maybe New Zealand just isn't interesting enough for YouTube. Maybe the algorithm hates this country. Maybe I should just stick to Aussieverse and call it a day. I was wrong. It wasn't New Zealand. It was me. It was the format. And today I'm going to tell you exactly what I got wrong, why this channel went quiet for 6 months, and what we're doing now that I know will actually work. Because I've already proven it works. I just proved it on the wrong channel. Let me take you back to December 2025. I had this idea. I had Aussieverse, which was starting to find its feet. Not massive, but moving. And I thought, okay, New Zealand is right there, same language, same expat interest, same middle-of-nowhere fascination that Americans have. So I'll build a sister channel. Same research, same rigor, same data-driven approach. I'll just swap the word Australia for New Zealand and watch it grow. So I made the scary truth about New Zealand healthcare. I made China's Navy just entered New Zealand waters. I made Denmark versus Finland versus New Zealand. Which happiest country is actually worth moving to? I made sorry Australia and New Zealand just won 2025. I made how NZ banned guns while America watched. And every single one of them died. Now, here's what I didn't understand at the time. I was building a channel for people who love spreadsheets. I was building a channel for people who want to watch a guy read government policy for 20 minutes. And here's the problem with that audience. They don't click. They don't share. They don't comment. They might watch if you force it in front of them, but they don't tell their friends. They don't binge 3 videos in a row. And if they don't binge, the algorithm doesn't push you. And if the algorithm doesn't push you, you get 21 views and a broken spirit. I spent 6 months making videos that answered questions nobody was emotionally asking. How does New Zealand tax policy compare to the OECD average? That's not a YouTube video. That's a white paper. And I was trying to make white papers go viral. The worst part, I knew better. I was already doing better on Aussieverse. I was making videos like, I took my American daughter to a train station. She changed by platform 3. I was making what American tourists notice first at an Australian milk bar. Those videos were getting views. Those videos were getting comments. Those videos had a heartbeat. And somehow, when I started KiwiVerse, I convinced myself that New Zealand needed to be serious. That because it's smaller, because it's quieter, because it doesn't have the same brash energy as Australia, I needed to treat it like a thesis instead of a story. I was so wrong it hurts. The realization didn't hit me all at once. It came in pieces. First piece, I looked at the one KiwiVerse video that did the best out of the 9. Why the FBI just moved to New Zealand. 66 views. Not good, but better than the rest. And I asked myself, why did that one do better? It wasn't more researched. It wasn't more accurate. It was just more interesting. It had a story. It had a what if. It had tension. It felt like something you might tell someone at a barbecue, not something you'd present at a conference. Second piece. I started reading the comments on Aussieverse. Not the numbers comments, the emotional ones. This made me miss home. I'm crying, and I don't know why. I sent this to my mom. Those comments weren't on the videos where I compared tax rates. They were on the videos where I showed an American experiencing something ordinary for the first time. A Bunnings, a school assembly, a milk bar. The magic wasn't in the data. The magic was in the reaction. Third piece, I went to a Foursquare in Ōtaki with my wife. She's American. She's from Ohio, and she walked in, looked at the pie warmer, looked at the $1 lolly jars, looked at the handwritten sign that said no Eftpos under $5, and she turned to me and said, "This is the most honest shop I've ever been in." And I had my camera in my pocket, and I didn't film it, because I was still in policy mode. I was thinking, that's not a video. That's just a moment. And then I got in the car and I thought, That moment is exactly the video. That moment, stretched across 12 minutes with 5 other moments like it, is the channel. That's the whole thing. That's what I should have been doing from day one. So here's the new deal. KiwiVerse is not a data channel anymore. It's not a policy channel. It's not a 5-country comparison channel. It's not a here's why New Zealand is statistically superior channel. KiwiVerse is a story channel. Specifically, it's a channel about taking Americans to the places Kiwis take for granted and filming them falling in love with this country one weird, wonderful, completely ordinary detail at a time. That's it. That's the whole pitch. We're going to a dairy at 6:45 in the morning and watching an American try to order a coffee. We're going to a school cross country and watching an American kid realize there are no participation trophies. We're going to a marae and watching an American woman cry during the pohiri. We're going to a smoko break on a building site and watching an American tradie call his union back home to complain. We're going to a Foursquare, a fish and chip shop, a bowling club, a kindy gate at 3 p.m., a rugby sideline on a Saturday morning, a bok on Boxing Day, a caravan park at Easter, and we're not going to explain why New Zealand is better. We're not going to run the numbers. We're going to show what it feels like. Because feeling is what travels on YouTube. Feeling is what gets shared. Feeling is what makes someone watch one video and then click on 4 more. The format is simple, 12 to 16 minutes. 1 location, 1 American, 5 or 6 moments, 1 emotional shift. That's the engine, and I know it works because I've been running it on Aussieverse for months. The only difference is the postcode. Let me show you what I mean. Next week, we're dropping a video called, I took my American mum to a New Zealand Foursquare. She couldn't believe what they kept behind the counter. My mum is 62. She's from a town in Ohio, where the biggest store is a Walmart supercenter. And I took her to a shop that's probably 400 square feet. And in that shop, she found something she didn't know she was missing. She found a pie warmer with steak and cheese that cost $3. She found $1 lolly jars. She found a fishing magazine rack where Cosmo should be. She found an owner who asked if she wanted a cup of tea. And by the time she left, she wasn't talking about New Zealand like it was quaint anymore. She was talking about it like it was home. That's the video. That's the channel. That's what we're doing now. And it's not just my mom. I've got a list of Americans ready to go. My brother, my sister, my brother-in-law, my dad, my wife, who, by the way, is still annoyed I didn't film the Foursquare moment when it actually happened. She's getting her own video. She's going to a marae. She's never seen a pawiri. She's never heard karanga. And I have a feeling she's going to cry. And you're going to see it. Here's how this is going to work. 3 videos a week. Every week for the next 90 days. Minimum, Monday is the flagship. That's the I took my American video. The character-driven emotional core of the week. Wednesday is the observation video. What American tourists noticed first at a New Zealand dairy at 6:45 a.m. No American character needed. Just me, narrating, comparing, finding the wonder in the ordinary. Friday is the wild card. Sometimes it's an Aussie crossover. Sometimes it's a list. Sometimes it's a deeper dive into something specific, but always through a story lens, never through a spreadsheet lens. In between those videos, we're dropping shorts. 3 shorts per video. The best reaction, the best comparison, the best emotional beat. Because if you're not feeding the shorts algorithm in 2026, you're not feeding the algorithm at all. Now, I need to be honest with you about something. The first 5 or 10 videos of this reboot might still be slow. YouTube treats a dormant channel like a new channel. The algorithm doesn't care that I have 8,000 people on Aussieverse. It cares whether KiwiVerse is alive right now. So I need you to do something for me. If you're watching this and you think, yeah, this sounds like something I'd actually watch, hit subscribe. Not for me. For the algorithm. Because the algorithm needs to see that people are choosing this channel. And then it will start showing it to people who don't know they need it yet. And if you're an Aussieverse subscriber who wandered over here because you saw the community post, welcome. You're the reason I'm doing this. You proved the format works. Now we're just changing the scenery. So that's it. That's the acknowledgement. I built the wrong channel. I went quiet for 6 months. And now I'm back with the right channel. New Zealand was never the problem. New Zealand is the answer. It's just that instead of telling you why it's good, I'm going to show you what it feels like when an American sees it for the first time. And if you've ever watched someone you love discover something beautiful, You know that feeling is worth more than any data point. Next week, I took my American mom to a New Zealand Foursquare. She's 62, she's from Ohio, and she may never recover. I'll see you then. This is KiwiVerse. We're back.